Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Haller and I'm here with Aubrey Hawes from Oracle, and we're at Sibos 2016 in Geneva. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
How significant are investments in APIs for banks going to be in the future, and how are they planning for it today?
Absolutely, it's going to be significant in the future, and I think we're here at Sibos, which is really the hotbed. Europe is really driving this whole initiative globally. I meet with clients globally, go to shows globally, and this is really the big focus in Europe around PSD2 and around open bank projects. So I think that is the main driver that's driving this whole API initiative.
And what should banks look for in the strategy of an API partner?
So I think what you should really look for is, I think the PSD2 requirements around payments is really just the start. And I think that that is an initiative that says, how do I start to think about this change and approach for banking? Because payments will be what gets defined first, but I think there will be a broader initiative that allows these banks to expand upon delivering banking as a service and banking as a platform, where these APIs can be consumed and help allow banks to actually grow and enable organizations beyond their own organization to deliver experiences. So whether that's enabling fintechs or other startups to go consume their APIs, it becomes actual more channels for them to take their capability to market. So they really need to start looking at PSD2 around payments to start to experiment with APIs, but don't be narrow focused and thinking that's where it's going to end. You really need to start to think about how you can actually leverage this much broader.
And what kind of pointers can you provide on how banks can start an API program?
So I think for them to go back and start a program, what they really need to do is start to experiment. And I think what we've seen at Oracle, as well as you see across the industry, people that start to tinker around and play with things, even though you may make small amounts available to be consumed, it's the thinking and the knowledge around what can you gain around how do you go back and consume and deliver these services. That is really, the leaders will be the ones that experiment and get the know-how, not so much the technical product capabilities, but it's the actual thinking around how to use these things. And actually, I'd make another comment around the APIs. It's not just about how do they distribute it, it's actually how do you consume it, because I think that's what's interesting that the fintechs have been quite good at, is actually not just delivering capability, but also consuming APIs from lots of other vendors. And I think the banks can benefit by experimenting across both of those.
Aubrey, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching.